I want to thank Fabulous for sponsoring this video. So today I'm very excited for this video. So today I'm going to make a rant. I haven't made one of these in a while now, and I don't even actually have a script for this video, so I'm just going to talk about things that sometimes annoy me a little bit in the self-improvement community. Okay, so today I want to talk about a few, tips and some self-improvement advice that really doesn't work for everyone, and it's always sold like as the ultimate remedy and the ultimate thing you can do to get whatever you want in life, and I think that's wrong, and here's why. Okay, so tip number 1, waking up at 5 a.m. Yeah, not everyone is able to wake up at 5 a.m. for a number of reasons, for family reasons, for work schedule reasons, for, natural energy levels reason, and also because not everyone wants to, and also because not in all countries, 5 a.m. doesn't mean that the sun is always shining at the time of the day for everyone. For some people, the sun starts shining at 8 a.m. and things like those. So selling that 5 a.m. advice as like a self-fulfilling prophecy is absolutely damaging, because a lot of people become sleep deprived just to try to get to that point. And I think that's really wrong. And I do believe that, because we all have different chronotypes, so we all have like different internal clocks and we all work differently. So why should we, sell this advice that everyone should be like a morning person to be productive and to be successful? It's really wrong. So if you've ever felt like that advice doesn't apply to you, don't follow that advice. Wake up when you feel like you naturally are able to. Make sure you are developing a healthy evening routine, you're unwinding before bed, and you're respecting your own natural energy levels, and that's actually okay. Okay, advice number 2, renting all of your books from the library. Okay, so this usually is one of those tips that falls into like the financial health category, and I see it being told a lot around the internet. The thing is, not everyone lives in a place where there's a library that is easily accessible, and not everyone lives in a place where libraries have, all the books you want to read. So in my case, for instance, I live in Portugal, so mostly, I'm not going to say all of them, but most books in local libraries here are in Portuguese. So that means that if that book isn't translated, I'm not able to read it. And besides that, most books that I have in my local library are like from 10, 20 years ago. And if I want to find something a little bit more recent, I will not be able to find it. So not everyone is able to go to a library, because that means you'll get your reading options really restricted. So don't throw that advice out there like it works for everyone, because everyone lives in a different place and not everyone has access to the same things. So tip number 3 also has like a problem with access, and tip number 3 is like going everywhere on a bike. Not everyone lives in a place where it's easy to bike. Sometimes people live in places with difficult weather. I literally work in a city we call it like the city of the 7 hills. So biking in the city of the 7 hills is not necessarily fun, especially if you're working like, office clothes, so you don't want to get them sweaty, and you live in a culture where it's not custom for you to have to change your outfit when you get to your workplace, because there's literally no place where you can change your outfit. And also because maybe you don't even live in the city and you live outside of the city, so you can't bike for 30 kilometers to go to your workplace. So it doesn't work for everyone. Some people just have to have a car, especially if they have a family and they need that car, to ride their kids to school or something of the sort. Another thing that doesn't work for everyone, working out in the morning. We don't always have the same energy level. So this is kind of the same principle that applies to the 5 a.m. club thing. I hate working out in the morning. I do take a long walk in the morning because of my dog, but I really can't afford going to the gym because my commute now is really long, and if I was going to the gym before I left for work in the morning, that would mean I would have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. And that doesn't work for me right now. Okay, another thing I hear a lot is journal or do morning pages. Once again, not everyone has time in the morning to do morning pages, to meditate, to work out, to cook dinner to, come on. And secondly, not everyone likes journaling. Once again, journaling or any other type of self-improvement is not like a solid answer for everyone. Some people hate journaling. Some people can't find the benefits of doing those mindful activities because, we all have different answers for different problems. So the only thing you should advise is for people to experiment things, and that's great. So experiment with journaling and with meditation and working out and, listening to podcasts. But that doesn't mean it's an answer. Not everyone needs to journal or do morning pages or do affirmations to be successful and go somewhere in life. We all need just to find our own road and take it. Okay, and now I left the best piece of advice to the end. This one drives me nuts. So another thing I hear a lot is quit your job and start a business. First of all, so not everyone is financially able to quit their job. Not all countries, not all cities, not all anything are like financially the same. So for instance, in my country, like just quitting your job and starting a business without any kind of thinking, that really doesn't work very well because our job market is not that strong. Also, if everyone quit their job and took that as good advice, then what would become of the world? We can't all have companies. Someone needs to work for the companies. And also, having a job shouldn't be seen as something like less than being like a businesswoman or a businessman. I like my job. I do have a full-time job. I work from 9 to 5 and I have this YouTube channel, which is a full-fledged business right now. I find these two compatible, and just because I have this business side of my life, it doesn't mean I don't feel very useful when I commute to work every single day and work on something I love and that I studied for. So once again, this kind of universal advice that tells you that quitting her job is like the ultimate way to find wealth and success and happiness in life, it's just wrong. You can be happy while having a stable job, okay? So don't start quitting your jobs just because you want to quit your job. Sometimes you can find other different options in your area of studies. Sometimes you can even change your area of studies. There are more options besides creating YouTube channels or creating podcasts or online businesses or Instagram accounts. There's more options in life. Just because you see all of those around, every time, it doesn't mean you can't do other things with your life. So if you like your job, kudos. I also like my job and I also like YouTube. And, I think you have a lot of value as well. You don't have to have a YouTube channel to be successful and have a valuable life. Okay, so I also wanted to say that if you want to start a new routine and new habits that are personalized to you, okay? So you're not taking them from anyone else, you're personalizing those habits, you're selecting those habits, and you're going like on your own personal journey, then I totally recommend you to download an app called Fabulous. So, fun story, I've started using Fabulous 4 years ago, and it was actually one of the things that inspired my self-improvement journey the most. And here I'm talking about self-improvement besides college, studying, or having good grades. So Fabulous is a whole experience on its own. It doesn't focus on one small thing only. It's a full-fledged mindful experience to help you become a better you, step by step, without making you feel overwhelmed or focusing on that hustling mindset that can be so damaging. So Fabulous helps you build a customized routine focusing on your mental and physical health, your professional development and studies, as well as mindfulness practices. And there's so much to pick from and so many areas of your life that can be improved bit by bit. Okay, so right now I'm very focused on, self-improvement and mental health. And the app is able to guide you through coaching sessions as well as step-by-step journeys for you to get there. Okay, so here you're able to get rid of bad habits, you're able to incorporate things you love into your healthy routine, and build a supportive environment and better relationships. You can also use Fabulous in 2 different ways. So on one hand, you can pick new habits to build, and the app helps you through this process using behavioral science principles, but you can also use programs to reach your objectives, using their journeys, which are behavior change programs designed specifically to help you achieve your goals, and then you also have access to the coaching series. And because of the different approaches to self-improvement, Fabulous is 100% personalized and allows you to go at your own pace. When you feel overwhelmed and sidetracked, you always feel supported and guided at the same time. So to enjoy Fabulous the most, you'll definitely benefit from your premium membership, because that's the one that unlocks your daily coaching sessions as well as the whole catalog of self-improvement journeys and exercises. So whether you're feeling a bit lost in your self-improvement journey, or if you want to try a new approach, I highly encourage you to click the link in the description box below to get a 25% discount off a Fabulous subscription and get started today. Okay, so I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for the bloopers and I'll see you next week. Bye guys. And the app is able to guide you with coaching that are personalized to you, okay? So you're not taking them from anyone. Talk about something that really excites me. And that's because, não sei ler números. So once again, this universal. Tip number 3 is also related to this problem of, localization. Not everyone lives in a place where there's Tip number 3